Hello everybody, this is Eric from Interstellar, and today I'm here with Wiggins, who finished 4-0 at our locals. So show us what you got.
So I played Illusionist today, and I read all the cards in round one while my opponent was going first. So I just kind of like put together a list that I kind of saw online, and then changed some things so I didn't have exactly on me, but the same idea. And this deck is honestly broken. Like, I don't really say that about decks, but like this one feels really strong.
Yeah, let's check it
But
out.
all the cards like look weak. I don't know. So the first one is Cornfield Collateral. Not only is he corn, but he is the Rotophily archetype. And then, so just by discarding him, you search any monster that mentions Chimera Fusion, which is like the main fusion spell of the deck. And then while he's in the graveyard, if you control Chimera, the flying mythical beast, you can banish him to negate a card that targets and destroy it. So like Fenrir targeting, it's broken. It's like a trap from the graveyard just by having your like monster out. So the main card you will search with it is Mirror Sword Knight. This card is a quick effect, tribute it, and then you special summon any monster from your deck that mentions Chimera Fusion. And then while he's in the graveyard, if you control the Chimera Mythical Beasts, it's an imperm essentially. So when your opponent activates a monster effect, you banish it and negate that effect. So very good. And it's also a quick effect, so you can do it during your opponent's turn, during the battle phase. Like in my round 4 matchup against Runic for Higher Sprite, I had Evenly Match in my hand, and I just summoned this thing. Attacked over his jet, and then at the end of the battle phase, I tributed this for cost and chained Evenly Mash. So to play around like the stride starter into the carrot. So
Yeah, that's insane.
and then the next big monster for the deck is Gazelle, the King of Mythical Claws. This is a Stratos essentially. He is on normal or special summon. Search your deck for a Chimera Fusion or a level 5 Fiend monster, and that monster would be the Baphomet, pretty much the only one you run. And then when he's used as fusion material and sent to the graveyard, you add any Illusionist monster from your deck to hand. So you add either of the Mirror Sword Knight or the Cornfield. And this guy is even better. When he is normal or special summoned, you add both Chimera Fusion and this card, any level 4 beast. So you can add like Rescue Cat and stuff in different decks, but in this deck you just add this. And when he's used as a fusion material, you target a illusion in your graveyard and special summon it. So that's part of the mainline combo. It's like one card. It's actually really, really good. And then onto the other engines of the deck, I play a Kashtira engine. So I play 3 Fenrir, 1 Unicorn, then 1 Scareclaw Kashtira. These could be cut, honestly, but they're like fine. They get sided out game 2 and 3. But like they're just better to play around boards. Also, going first game 1, if you just summon Unicorn, a lot of people just like impermanent or stop it like pretty immediately. So it's a good bait. And then this is honestly just a random out to a lot of things. So I just play it. And then 3 Drone Lockbird. It's the best hand trap. It's like one of the only 2 hand traps I play, but it's generally a turn skip and against a lot of decks.
Oh yeah.
And then I play 1 Full of Alabaster because you play a very small branded fusion line, because you basically only make fusions. So, and the card is also a starter. So, and then the spells, I play 3 Chimera Fusion. This card is really good. The fusion effect is not once per turn, which is very important. And it's also a quick play. So during the main phase, you can make any fusion monster using monsters from your hand or field, and one of them has to be one of the materials has to be a fiend or a beast. So, pretty much you can make anything as long as you're using like one of these 2 as materials, which you generally always are. And then while also in the graveyard, while you control the Chimera King of Mythical Beast, you can just add it back to your hand because the other effect is not relevant. So, but using it twice or just getting it back for your opponent's next turn, so you can make Guardian Chimera on their turn, is very good. And then I played 2 Triple Tactics. If I got trolled, I really wanted to rip a card out of my opponent's hand. Or this is just really good at breaking boards. And then I also played the Called Bry to kind of stop Droll, because Droll hurts, honestly. But you can still play through it a little bit, so it's fine. 2 Potter Prosperity. This card was really weird. If I was going second game 2 or 3, I always sided it out because you cannot, I don't believe you can Guardian Chimera underneath it because you can't draw cards. So I don't think you can even activate the effect. So, and that was a main way to break boards. So this thing could be cut, but it helped me play, unbrick myself like 1 or 2 times. So it's still pretty good. And then this deck also has the luxury of playing a bunch of book cards. So I play 3 Eclipse, 2 Moon. These cards are very good against Kashtira and Pearly. Like, this card is especially really good against Pearly, because if they just do a bunch of stuff, Like a lot of times Pearly will neg themselves a lot just to get to your opponent's standby phase, and they'll draw 2, trap card, draw 2. So if you just do this in your draw phase, as long as they don't have a Pearly monster with 4 materials, there's nothing they can do. They don't draw cards. Even if they turn the top, it doesn't target, so the Noir will just go face down. And yeah, so very, very good. And then regular book is just good. I'm probably going to play it at 3 if I decide to cut the Prosperities, but I'm not sure. And then 3 Brain Infusion. This card is a 1-card combo in this deck. It gets you into your entire Chimera line, so I can just show the combo afterwards. But yeah, this card is very, very good. Also, if you run Ashes it, you really don't care a lot of the times. So, and then you play 1 Planet and 1 Birth. I just wanted an extra Fenrir, really.
Oh yeah.
And this is short for Unicorn. Realistically, like, you do need to play another Kashtira monster that has a different name from Fenrir, because a lot of times, like, you'll search a Kashtira monster and then just fuse it off for Guardian Chimera, and that card needs different names. So it's very important. And then for the traps, just 3 Imperm. Other hand trap, it's just very good. It's good at breaking boards, stopping certain setups. Very good. And then we'll go to the extract. Tokens and Andrew Wiggins cards. Then I play 2 of the new Chimera. This card is absolutely stupid. It counts as the Chimera Flying Mythical Beast while it's in the graveyard or field. And then on Fusion Summon, at the end phase of the turn, your opponent will send a random card from their hand to the graveyard. So it's very good. I've had times when I was playing as Unchained, he activated the effect while he had no cards at hand, attacked over his Link. He added the card back, and at the end phase, he had to discard it. And then while it's in the graveyard during your opponent's turn, you can banish it to target a Fiend, Illusion, or Beast monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So it just has infinite recursion, along with just being the name to give you the negates, the target and the imperm negate. So really just ending on this card is very, very strong. And then you play 1 of the big guy, the Chimera, the Illusion Beast. This card will OTK your opponent. It can make any number of attacks up to the number of fusion materials it has, and it takes this card plus any number of illusion monsters, and then when it attacks an opponent's monster, you negate its effects and make it 0, and this thing cannot destroy things by battle. So if you make it with 2 illusions, you just swing into any monster that's in attack position 3 times per game.
Yeah, that card's crazy.
It's very good. It also counts as this card, so you still get the negates underneath underneath this card. So like against Runic, I felt safe like doing this even though he had a face down, because I'm like, even if it's like a Runic card that pops or thing, I just can negate it with the Cornfield. And then 2 Guardian Chimera. This card is the whole reason to play the deck, I feel like. During your opponent's turn, you make this card, and it's really, really good. So just popping cards and drawing cards is very good, and it has a very big body. And then for the this is the main thing you need to summon with Brand Infusion. Because it sends the Gazelle from your deck, you get to search the Cornfield guy, and that will let you search the Mirror Knight, so you kind of just go full combo off that. But yeah, this card's also just really good on its own, negating extra deck monsters and then returning them to the extra deck. And also, once in the graveyard, you can summon back Albaz to make like Mirror Jade or Albion, or I think I forgot to put in the dark one, but it's fine.
It worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. You don't really need any darks in your main deck other than Gazelle, so
They're all Earths?
or the Baphomet's a dark, but very rarely does that happen. You play 1 Draco Stapelia. You can make it with the Baphomet and the Gazelle normally. It's fine. The super poly targets for the side deck. And the cards you basically will never make, but they're here just in case, because you don't always use Brand Infusion, because you're not searching it like every single turn. So you can make these in theory. I never did. I always just banished them with Pot of Prosperity. And then for the side deck, I played 1 Pinkertops because it's just generically good. Pops anything, attacks over things. Just very good card. 3 Digger, because if you flip it versus Pearly in particular, they just auto lose if you have any follow up. So 1 Triple Taxus Thrust, because I only own 1 really, or I'd play like 2, and I just sided in going second against Kashtira because it triggers the Rise Hard to get the tactics to take it, which if you don't Brand Infusion, you can just make Zeus, which is a plus about this deck. Or side against like Pearly and stuff, just or things that are really good against D-Barrier, because they will hand trap me, and I'll just set D-Barrier. And if they don't hand trap me, I just feel like I'm going to win anyway. Any deck that can side Super Poly is a very good deck in this format. You can't, like, this card is like the one card that can beat the turn skip in Vanadium. It breaks multiple different boards. It's just very good, especially with Draco questing extra deck. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, very good card. 3 Evenly Match, very good card. You clear boards, and like I did that one play with the Mirror Knight Swordsman, very, very good. And then I side 3 Ash. And this is just generically, like, if I feel like Droll's bad, Ash is probably good in a lot of those scenarios. So, and then the main combo that you're probably going to go for, it's pretty much the same thing whether you go Branded Fusion or one of these two. Same kind of concept. So, you go Branded Fusion. This is like the stronger one, so I guess I'll just show it. You send the Fallen of Albaz and the Gazelle, because it's a beast. And you'll summon Rimbrum, and then the Gazelle will search the Cornfield, and then the Cornfield will search the Mirror Jade Knight, and then you'll summon the Mirror Jade Knight, and you activate its effect, and you summon the Burfmet from your deck. And Burfmet's really good because it will search you both the Gazelle and the Chimera Fusion.
Oh my.
So you'll just activate the Chimera Fusion to make Gazelle, or the Chimera, and then you'll go Chimera's last chain link to block from Ash, and then Burfmet will summon back Mirror Knight, and then you, at the end phase, you rip a card of your opponent's hand, and then you add the fusion back and set it. So in your opponent's next turn, in the draw phase, you can do the Mirror Knight, and you can summon the Burfmet to get another Gazelle and another Chimera Fusion. So when it goes to your opponent's turn, they're down a card, and you also have off that one card, you have Guardian of Chimera alive for 2 pops. So
That's insane.
yeah, and then also if you fuse with this thing, this card will come back, and also these 2 cards are in Omni-Negate targeting and in Imperm in the graveyard because you control this thing. So it's honestly just a lot of interruptions off, like it feels like nothing. And it's the same combo if you just open up like one of these 2 cards.
Does it hurt to have the Branded Fusion Ashed in this deck too?
No, if you open up one of these, then it's like whatever. You just don't get this card. A lot of times I'll do it first just to like bait an Ash or something, because a lot of times people will just Ash the Branded Fusion and they feel really good about themselves, and I just discard this, and then it's literally the same board minus this, which is whatever. So
yeah, that's awesome. I did not expect you to pull up with this today.
Yeah, I built it 5 minutes before the draw started. I was
That's
like,
insane, man.
I was like, I needed a Rimbrum, and then found one of my cards. So
Any shout outs?
shout outs to Team Interstellar. They're great. They're all my best friends. And then yeah, just pretty much everyone on the team.
Oh yeah, dude, you killed it today.
I tried.
Awesome, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching, and peace.